welcome in person. This is the first in-person meeting, by the way, of the leaders of major developed economies for nearly 2 years. I suppose we will dip in just to hear what he has to say. But in the meantime, just to let you know who is there at that summit. Of course, our own president, Cyril Ramaphosa, will be available there. Unfortunately, at this moment, we can't get audio from the UK. But just to talk you through some of those leaders who will be at that summit then. It's the President Biden of the US. He will be there. In fact, he tweeted on social media a short while ago saying that it is his first official day of the G7 summit in the United Kingdom. I'm looking forward to reinforcing our commitment to multilateralism and working with our allies and partners to build a more fair and inclusive global economy. Let's get to work. So that's word from President Biden there. And in that shot that you see there is Ursula von der Leyen, who is the president of the European Commission. She also did share some words during her arrival, saying that today the world's eyes are on Cornwall as we meet for the first day of the G7. Global recovery, health, climate development, security. We have 3 days to come together and bring the change that people expect to start. I will have a meeting with G7 EU leaders to coordinate. So that's the word from Ursula von der Leyen, who is the president of the European Commission at this time. We've also expecting, well, he has in fact arrived. In fact, Emmanuel Macron, the president of France, he's arrived ahead of the G7 summit just over 3 hours ago. Seems he had arrived, if I'm looking at this timeline correctly. Also, alongside his wife coming through to the UK at this time. He has tweeted in French. Would love to translate for you, but it will take me some time. Angela Merkel also there. The Chancellor of Germany arriving at the summit today. And also a welcome I see going to Prime Minister of Italy, Mario Draghi, who arrived in Cornwall ahead of that G7 summit. So the welcome address from the UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson is set to happen any time now as he welcomes all those world leaders who are arriving at this time at the G7 summit. The leaders will work together to help bring prosperity to the entire world by discussing strengthening free and fair trade, building economic relationships between our countries, and sharing new technologies. Of course, quite big on the agenda is the issue of vaccines. You would have heard, of course, President Cyril Ramaphosa earlier on indicating and rebuking other countries in Europe, saying that they are holding on to those vaccines. So certainly we assume he will be discussing that, and perhaps there will be some word from those leaders as to why this is the case and how the plans are, what the plans are to share those vaccines. So as I did mention earlier on, there will of course be very many photo opportunities that are taking place there in Cornwall at that beachfront there with each of the leaders who will be arriving then this afternoon, slowly as they arrive at the G7 summit. All right, let's take a quick look at your weather details. We'll go back to the G7 summit in a short moment.